even before there was players and coaches and a team here, there was already an Angel City community.
Angel City is different fundamentally from the perspective that we are 3 female founders, we have a majority female ownership group, we have a majority female team.
It's very rare to see women in leadership positions in the sports industry, and to have a whole club led by women is unbelievable.
I've been rage tweeting about what an amazing opportunity this was and how undervalued women's soccer was in the US.
In terms of like our identity off the pitch, I suppose, I wanted us to be one of the most diverse teams in the world.
So the idea for Angel City really came from Natalie Portman, the actress and activist, and her work with Time's Up, where she worked with Kara Nortman and met a lot of the women on the U.S. Women's National Team, and a woman by the name of Becca Rue, who's the executive director of the U.S. Women's National Team PA. And so Natalie and Kara brought me on to build Angel City, and we knew at that moment in time that this was going to be bigger than a game.
You know, I sat down and immediately connected with these 3 founders, what they wanted to do, and more importantly, the approach that they were interested in taking. You know, as I saw it, women's football was an amazing opportunity in the United States because the individual women who are already unequivocally, at least in my opinion, the best in the world, in many ways, many of these individual women had already transcended the sport for the average American.
There's so many amazing names involved in Angel City that have done incredible things in their own sport or businesses that have inspired me since I was a young kid. You know, whether that's Serena Williams, Mia Hamm, Julie Foudy, Abby Wambach, Billie Jean King. Like, these are all women that just are synonymous with success and change and breaking ceilings. I don't think there's anything more inspirational than that, honestly. To know that they are invested in this project, it just made me think, well, I have to be part of this.
You have to be representative of the community that you want to be a part of. So making sure that Angel City is diverse, making sure that, you know, our values align with the values of those that we want to associate with and bring in, and ultimately you're creating a sense of fandom. So explaining what you stand for, right? Why you're here, what your purpose is, and then living that authentically through your actions will bring people in. You add the element of sports, and it's something that, you know, unites us. It brings us together. It's a commonality.
I think the ownership group here has just done an amazing job at setting this vision, and it's very aspirational, and I think that's inspiring in itself. And so people that are recruited to come to Angel City, staff, front office, players, we're all coming for that vision.
I immediately aligned with these founders because I said the team that I want to help build is one where in 5 years, in 10 years, the Manchester Uniteds of the world are looking around going, how the hell did they do that? Why aren't we doing what Angel City is doing?
Success for us is impact, like impact in our community. It's butts and seats. Like, we want to show that people care about this sport, so we want to sell out our stadium every single game. It's sponsorship revenue to prove that there is value in the product that we're building for sponsors that take it for granted with men's sports. We want to prove it in media coverage, right? The common stat is 4% of all media coverage is for women's sports. Well, how do we get that to 40%? Over 50% of the population is women, and they're coming to games, and men are watching our games.
I think it's a tribute to the work that the people who've come before us have put in and really laid the bricks for this to all happen. I think the best example is Title IX, you know, and all those decades ago where we were just fighting for women to have a chance to be seen and play sports. And now you fast forward and here we are owning our own teams and really moving our league forward. And it's really just a celebration of all the hard work that the women who've come before us have really done to make this moment in time possible.
The impact it has, one, on a generation of young girls who now see a path to actually playing soccer as a career, which right now is not really the case. You have to consider so many things financially that it's just not viable for a lot of really talented young people. You now open the door to even more young girls who decide, hey, I want to pursue this path, I can make a great living out of it. Awesome.
I have equity in the team myself, and for me that was really important as well, for, you know, former athlete to feel like you can invest in something that is changing the world, you know, that kind of female-led, female-owned perspective. I'm really proud of that.
The story of women's football is a story of equity. It is a story of that people who feel othered, people who felt left out by status quo structure have rallied behind football in this country, but they're also celebrating the opportunity in their own lives to reimagine the world in a way that there's, equitable opportunity for them and for the people that they care about.